Hi, I'm Eric Lanask. We're here at the ITEXPO in Fort Lauderdale 2016. In the studio with me now from VoIP Innovations is Nick Medina. Nick, thanks for joining me. Good to have you with us.
Thank you. Thanks for being here.
So, we're halfway through the show. How have the first day and a half been?
It's been great, actually. A lot of foot traffic, a lot of leads, a lot of interest in our DIDs and termination and fraud detection and hosted billing. I mean, we just have a lot of stuff to offer this year. So
that's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Great to hear. One of the things that I think any service provider is challenged with is differentiating in the market. You got a lot of people out there offering very similar offerings. How do you approach that?
So yeah, I mean, over the years, DIDs have become a commodity. Everyone's a carrier, everyone's selling, peddling minutes, peddling DIDs, things like that. So we found that really what it comes down to is saving our customers time. And the way that we do that and differentiate ourselves is we've evolved from just becoming just being a carrier to becoming more of a software company. And so our Titanium 3 back office, we've actually invested a lot of time, energy, and effort into. We are really focused on choice, automation, and control. We've developed a lot of back-end systems that really focus on that automation piece. We've got DID groups, we've got reporting, we've got the ability to register off-net E911, and all this stuff is available at no additional cost. So even though you may be paying the same price on that DID with a different carrier, we have so much value and so many options to offer within that software system that why wouldn't you use us for your DID solution?
So are those the kind of value adds that actually that you approach your customers with, and they help you win the business?
So when I talk to a customer, for example, I was talking to an ISP out in California. One of the biggest headaches they have is how do they manage their DIDs? It's like I've got to contact unnamed carrier. I send my spreadsheets to them. They send me their spreadsheets back and do all this. Well, rather than doing that, what we've developed is a way for you to manage those DIDs in their inventory directly through our back office. So you don't have to cut down on the amount of paperwork needed, cut down on the amount of going back and forth. It's about saving the ITSP and the hosted PBX provider time and making the process much easier. Same with the LMP process, porting numbers and things that over. We try to take a lot of the man hours out associated with a lot of those technical tasks, and we try to automate those systems in the back and provide value that way to our clients by doing those type of functions.
How much of those kinds of tasks or functions can be automated?
As much as we can do it. I mean, up to a certain point, you do still need human interaction. You still need to be able to enter in the information and then organize it and do all of that. But we provide a one-stop shop system and software back-end solution that allows you to be able to do that and disseminate that information amongst your organization. So,
how quickly do you find folks are getting on board and understanding, wow, this is really is a much more efficient way of doing it?
There's a lot of different reasons people come on board. We have a huge footprint, first and foremost, and so they might use us to fill in the gaps initially, but then they actually see what our back-end office looks like, and all of a sudden, hey, they're in love with the system, and they want to bring over their other DIDs to us and port them over. And sometimes, most of the times, we can actually get them better pricing than their direct contracts because of the volume that we do with some of these carriers.
How much has it been? Some of these new differentiators or innovations been helping drive growth for you?
So we innovate. I mean, that's our tagline. We innovate on a weekly basis. We get together. We talk about what customers are wanting. A lot of our feedback comes from our customers. It's like, hey, great job on that feature, but it would be great if you guys can also make it do this and do that. And we take a lot of those suggestions and we implement them. We always listen to our customers and we always figure out what their pain points are, and we try to resolve those pain points and do it in a very quick way to from development to implementation. We do it very quickly.
What are the biggest pain points still out there that you haven't yet been able to address?
Really, it's consolidation on the LMP side. Unfortunately, it's not like the wireless industry where you only have 3 carriers and they're all integrated into each other. And so we've been figuring out a way to tie into all of these hundreds of carriers. You've got CLEX, ILEX, all these guys, and so that's still very much a tedious process. But we have automated some of the process, which includes the electronic signatures on the LOAs, the ability to track where they are on the LOA status and process, and letting the customer know where we are in that status and process, rather than them having to call us and figure out where they are. Basically, just being as transparent as possible throughout the whole process.
Excellent. Sounds like you've got things well under control. Nick, thank you so much for being here at ITEXPO again, and thanks for joining me here in the studio.
Oh, thank you very much for having me. Enjoyed it.